someone that we've been watching and the entire world has been watching is France's own Leon Marchand. Wow.
Yeah.
We've watched so far as of this recording, this is Wednesday night, July 31st. He is 3 for 3 for individual gold medals. 400 IM, 200 fly, 200 breast. And he's got one more coming up. I believe it's the 200 IM, right?
Yeah.
That by the time this comes out, they might have already finished. So maybe he went 4 for 4. But
he's going to go 4 for 4.
He's unbelievable.
He could pick any single event from that lineup, and other than maybe those sprint events, and probably beat everybody in that field. He's just
it's
dominant.
Remarkable. And even when I'm watching it, and I love, I don't know the man's name, but the color commentator on the NBC broadcast for swimming. Oh, I love that guy.
Rowdy Gaines.
I love that guy.
I got to see him at trials.
Rowdy Gaines.
It was great. Yeah, dude, he's awesome. That's another person who really loves what they do, and I like seeing that.
It just comes through in his voice. But when I'm watching Marchand swim, it's not only that he's just his each stroke is just a little bit faster than everybody, but the way he finishes his butterfly, his breaststroke, every single wall that he hits is exactly at the end of his stroke. He gets everything out of it, and right there, he's at the wall.
Yeah.
That is so difficult to time because I saw so many breaststrokers and butterflies get out touched just because they were in a bad part of their stroke by the time they hit the wall, whether they're coasting because they don't have enough room to do another, or they're just kind of stuck halfway. Marchand's right there at the very end, full reach, boom, he's got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible what he's been able to do.
Oh yeah, and I think he's definitely benefited because he was actually he swam in the NCAA. There's a lot of swimmers actually, and I don't like this at all, but U.S. is still one of the most dominant sports is swimming, but you see all these international people, like all these international swimmers in the Olympics come to the U.S. and compete in the U.S. Ariane Titmus, Katie Ledecky, and Summer McIntosh, the top 3 people, all swim in the U.S. Canada, Summer McIntosh, Australia, Ariane Titmus, U.S., Katie Ledecky. But anyways, yeah, sorry, that was a tangent. But yeah, so when we swim in yards, there's a lot of more opportunity for turns and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think he's definitely benefited from coming to the U.S. and having turns like walls in his face consistently.
Yeah, emphasizing hey, you got to get this right.
Yes, exactly. And it's one of the best things about being a swimmer in the U.S. is you have that yard swimming. I know that some people have short course meters, 25 meters.
Yeah.
But you're practicing turns at a faster pace and you're timing those things. I think a lot of swimmers struggle with that. Breaststroke, butterfly, mainly. In a 400 IM, it is also hard.
Yeah.
People say it doesn't matter. It really does. But yes, I think if you are at that high level and that high up, you are hyper analyzing all of those things.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah. And so it kind of comes easy to you. It's like when you were saying, what kind of goes in your head when you're swimming, your brain's shut off because that muscle memory goes into the exact timing of the turns. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah. I mean,
because you can't talk and count out loud in your head. That's not possible. You got to rely on the muscles moving.
Oh yeah. And when you don't practice it, it is really, really hard. You'll have a lot of time in your races. So,
yeah.
But he's very specific, very hyper specific, really good technique, really strong in the water. You saw his breaststroke. His breaststroke was just very long.
Yeah, and I noticed that. I forget who in the 200 breaststroke that I just watched today. I forget who was the American in that race. His was a lot faster. He spent a lot of time with his shoulders above water for his breaststroke. A lot of reps for that. But Marchand underwater, up, it's much more peaceful looking.
Oh yeah,
the way he does it, and it's cool to see the kind of variance in it. But when you get it right for breaststroke, oh dude, you're gliding.
When you're a swimmer of that caliber, it kind of looks like it's like everybody's toxic trait. It's just watching people who are doing this stuff because they make it look easy. I mean, gymnastics is a great example.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They just make it look easy. You're like, oh, I could do that. Of course not. But I don't even say that. I
Of
would
course.
never be able to.
It's one of my favorite jokes. Like the dude sitting eating Cheetos. This athlete sucks.
Yeah. Or they're like one of them like messes up like just a little bit in this routine they've been practicing. They're like pathetic.
I love that joke.
But no, I mean when you're that high up, you got to be hyper specific about it. But it all comes so naturally when you get into the water, especially at that level too. You got to shut off your brain at that level.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. But just to see Marchand in his home country, the loudest you've ever heard a swimming venue, especially during his breaststroke, like it's been an absolute pleasure just to watch him do what he's doing in his home country. Because it's so rare to be able to do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's just so much fun to watch.
You heard the stadium too. Just every single time he'd come up in his breaststroke.
In unison.
Yeah, it's just like I wish I was there for that. But yeah, he's very dominant in yards swimming and in meters swimming in long course in an Olympic size pool. Just he's gonna go places, and honestly, I think, and I know you wanted to bring this up. If the pool was a little bit deeper, I think he would have broken his own world record in the 400 IM.
Because he was real close to it. He got the Olympic one, but he was real close to that world record.
Yeah, he is the reason why Michael Phelps has no more individual world records in the Olympics anymore.
And it's just crazy. Everyone like understandably drawing the parallels between him and Michael. Coach Bowman obviously being a piece of that, but just to see how it's the sport of swimming even after Phelps' retirement has not slowed down, has not been less exciting for missing him.
Yeah.
You're seeing superstars all over the place, not only US, not only Australia, but now France. And it's awesome to see that the sport is continuing in that kind of momentum. And I hope it continues to.
Yeah, I think post Phelps era, swimming has become more of an international sport, which not the best for the U.S., but honestly, I like seeing it. This Olympics is very unique because most finals you won't see two Americans. Really crazy.
Yeah.
Really crazy. I mean, most finals you won't see that. You'll see most of the first and second place medalists be from different countries.
Yeah, Romania getting their first gold medal.
Romania,
stuff like that.
from Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Irish have been swimming so well.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see this swimming become more worldwide. So post Phelps, everybody's like, Phelps is an American swimmer, like he's my inspiration.
Of course.
You're from the U.S., you want to represent the U.S., so a lot of people coming in and swimming. Definitely looking forward to tryouts post-Olympic year at the place that I coach. Going to be a lot of people, but
yeah.
But it's nice to see just gold medalists from other countries and knowing that kind of has made the Olympics more of a worldwide sport, or that is becoming international.
And it's been a lot of fun to watch. And I'm excited to watch the rest of this Olympics, not only with swim finishing up, but open water swim coming up next week as well.
Yes.
And all the other sports, track and fields coming up. I just love the Olympics, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. Been streaming table tennis throughout the day.
Men's beach volleyball kept me awake in lecture yesterday.
I know. I was debating whether or not I wanted to wake up at 2 a.m. and watch the men's triathlon, but I needed to sleep.
That's what the Olympics are all about.